Hey all, that old panda here. Thanks for joining me on the latest video. It's been over a week since I've kind of uploaded a bunch of things, and honestly, it was time well spent. I got to actually go to an event which was really cool. It was known as the Summer Games Done Quick. If you're into speedrunning, if you're into seeing games and kind of how they're being played in the fastest known possible way, inbounds, out of bounds, different variations of variables, I definitely recommend it. I was kind of forced to take at least a week off or so just because there's just so much going on, and there was actually some things I had to take care of for the family. So, surprisingly enough, it was more needed than I think than was kind of thought to be, if that makes any sense. I didn't think I needed the time off. Yeah, I definitely needed the time off more than I thought. It wasn't full of just being rested. It's just obviously taking some priority time to handle, things for the family, friends, and other things that need to be done so that I can get grinding and get moving on stuff. But yeah, the nice thing about GDQ or Games Done Quick is I've seen it kind of in the past for a long while now, actually, for speedrunners, and I always kind of thought that I wasn't really, you know, good at said thing or really into said thing. But after kind of going to that, doing some interviews, checking out some folks, seeing just the community spirit and everybody there, it's such a wonderful experience. And it's definitely different than if you just went and actually seen it like on Twitch or anything else. So if you do get a chance to, if you have the ability to, just go check it out. It's usually a week or sometimes a weekend that you get to see these things kind of happen with the magic right in front of your eyes. And it was, for me, it was really, really impressive. Just these individuals that, are experiencing same things daily lives. They're on Twitch, they're doing their thing, and they're just kind of playing through the same games over and over again, just excelling as more and ever. It's just it's just wonderful to see in person. Meeting with them is so nice and so open, helpful. It's such a positive community that I recommend that you get a chance to see it because the magic is just spectacular when it comes to seeing it in person. So I'll put a few highlights here, but one thing I've come to make a decision on though is my content. It sounds like I'm gonna make a big splash or a big change to the content that I have, and I really won't be, but I've come to the conclusion that I think I really want to get into the speed running kind of game. And I love horror games. If you've seen this channel enough, you've seen that I've done a lot when it comes to horror. You've seen that I've done a lot more when it comes to kind of that survival horror aspect. And there's going to be some games that just resonates with me and that I've seen speed run, and I just kind of want to pursue that, and I think that's what I'm going to start doing. What what does this mean for the channel though? And what does this mean for the content? Well, actually it just means you're going to get more content. So, I'll pop up a kind of thing for what I'm planning to go for as far as goals for this year on the screen. And essentially, before I say, yeah, I'm just going to be a speedrunner, I'm going to make sure I prove myself first by doing these said things for 2025. So here is the Panda plan for that old panda for me to start getting into the mode of speedrunning. So I have a list of titles that I'm going to go through. Obviously, we'll do Resident Evil 2 Remake on Hardcore Knife Only, Resident Evil 3 Remake Inferno Knife Only, Resident Evil 4 Remake and Professional, Silent Hill 2 Remake with Hard Melee Only, Silent Hill F, whenever that comes out, we'll do that in the hardest mode, and then I want to actually complete Silent Hill 1 and 3 PC ports, just to sprinkle that in there. And what this is this is just kind of a stepping stone for me. I want to actually see if I can fulfill all of these things for the year, and then I'm going to probably pick a title to start speedrunning and get into the game of it, because just interviewing these guys, talking to them, you know, Captain Ezekiel, Domo, Prodol, all those different guys that were in Summer Games Done Quick, are just so inspiring. And honestly, it's kind of something I want to do, especially for my live streaming channel. So as you see here, it's going to be on X Live, twitch.tv, that old Panda of where I'm going to start doing this. I'll probably try to start doing these things twice a week. As you can see, I've got a fancy little green screen. So I have some folks that hooked me up with some nice equipment. Thanks, Ray. And so I'm going to start doing that going forward. So you're going to see more of it. But I just wanted to share this real quick because this is kind of a very inspiring moment for seeing these guys. They just don't do it for anything other than the glory. And you know what? It's time to have some glory when it comes to playing some of these games, especially these wonderful titles that I enjoy. And seeing if we can make some history ourselves, or at least for me, when it comes to gaming in general. Because why not? You know, it just makes a lot of sense. So anyway, feel free to hit a comment. I'm taking suggestions. Of course, I'll take some, information on some recommended titles or things like that. But it was an amazing experience, and I highly recommend it for everybody. So that being said, this will be it for now. You'll still see content on this channel continuing every week. I'm going to add the live streaming on top of this, which I'll probably do some cut-ups and edits that'll come from that too. But again, if you're not on X or Twitch for my socials, feel free to follow me up there and subscribe there, and I'll catch you on those channels. Take it easy and have a good week.